Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, here to explain why we suddenly have a weird desire to do deep cleaning in the spring is our local therapist, Dr. Kate Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
So Jocelyn was just talking about being hangry, and that is one symptom that causes stress, right?
Exactly.
Another is, especially for females, not leaving you guys out, but we get home and we see all the mess that needs to be cleaned, and there's all these projects, and I was supposed to finish this before spring came. There's a lot to do. Why this instinct now?
Absolutely. It's kind of like a new beginning with the weather. When it starts to, springtime comes, you're ready to get out. A lot of people have been cooped up inside with the cold and the bad weather. So it's just like, it's a kickstart. So most Americans say that clutter is one of their top stressors. You see that clutter, you see that pile of stuff, and it bothers you. So we need to get it out of the way. And so spring is just that time. You know, first we had the New Year's resolutions. Maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you didn't complete your goals. So now it's time to do something new. So springtime is time to get it going.
Exactly, and I am all about clearing the clutter no matter what, and I think right now is an appropriate time for spring cleaning. How can that be therapeutic?
It can be therapeutic because you're clearing things out. So like I said, if you see something, there's the physical clutter, but there's also the psychological clutter and the digital clutter. I know a lot of people who every time they see those notifications on their phone, like 12,000 emails, that is clutter as well. So there's a lot of different things that you see all the time that are stressing you out.
Right.
And when it comes to psychological clutter, this is going to be a great time for a lot of people to work through those issues. Maybe there's a voice in your head that keeps telling you you need to do a certain project or to clean up a certain room, or maybe you have bad voices in your head too that are telling you like you can't do this, or you have guilt that you haven't worked through. This is a great time to work through it.
That increases my heart rate just thinking about all of that, and I really agree that you have to clear that out, even if it is social media, right?
Yes, 100%. Especially right now, social media is stressing out a lot of people. And so if you need to take a break, you know, I know I say that on here all the time. If you need to take a break,
We all need a break sometimes. Take a piece of that Kit Kat bar and just go watch a movie. Yeah, especially with us being quarantined, you know, you have more time on your hands, so you waste a lot more time just scrolling through your phone. And sure, there's some funny memes out there, but there's also a lot of media, a lot of people that are kind of exploding something that, not that it's not a big deal, but it's something that we really don't need to overreact to. We're taking the proper precautions. And like Dr. Chad said earlier, this is a great opportunity to spend quality time with your family, knock some things off of that to-do list that you just have not had the time for.
Yeah, so maybe make a schedule or maybe a goal list. Like I have it on a dry erase board and put whether you do a room a week, maybe, or maybe it's just a drawer, a pile, whatever it is. But to start cleaning, maybe this day, all I'm going to do is unsubscribe to junk emails because they bother me. Or maybe I'm going to start writing about that guilt I feel about something I did 5 years ago that still bothers me all the time. It's time to work through those things, all that clutter. It's time to work on it. It is a great time.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned some of the guilt that we hang on to, because I think a lot of us have like those skeletons in our closet, or those things that really weigh us down on a daily basis. And as you mentioned, writing it down. I know I've mentioned like writing and burning something I know can be really therapeutic. Sometimes talking to a friend that you know you can confide in and just releasing those emotions or those feelings of guilt can be so therapeutic and really make you feel like lighter for spring.
Absolutely. And whatever it is, it's your way of working through your emotions. For me, it's writing. I love writing. But for you, it might be singing, art. Some people just need to talk it through with a person, maybe write a letter, you know, go old school, like however it is that works for you to work through those feelings. Like, it's time to declutter, like mentally, emotionally, and physically.
I think this is also a great time to have a fresh start.
Yes.
At habits, right? At, you know, better habits, and whether it be cleaning and like, you know, things like what Clarissa's interested in, what I'm interested in, and I think that's what can be something positive for all of us, right?
Yes, and luckily there's tons of resources right now. Y'all were talking about the people that are reading to kids online. There's also tons of education out there right now, and a lot of courses that you can take online that's self-help sort of situations that are free right now.
Yeah.
Make this time productive.
Yes, it can be really easy. I think I almost did it yesterday. I almost fell in that trap where I was eating and I was like, I could easily just turn on the TV and sit here and do nothing for the rest of the day. But why, when I finally have the opportunity to knock some things off that list, and each thing that I did, it was a forced, like I had to push myself out the door. I had to push myself to get my online classes started again. But the rewarding feeling afterwards is, I mean, amazing. It's rewarding.
Yes, get into that garage and get started.
Yeah, just go and do it. Well, Kate, you're always so helpful to us. I know Jocelyn and I always walk out of here like, all right, we got this. Kate got our battery recharged and we're ready to kick it in the booty.
I'm glad to be here.